Hi, this is Boris. Welcome to Movie Messenger. This is the month that everyone agrees is the month of love. So on the occasion of the Valentine's Day, I wanted to talk about love and relationships through these two movies, Her and Lars and the Real Girl. Before we go any further, please note that I'm not a critique, and this is more of an analysis of what I think these movies are trying to say about love and relationships. I won't spoil the plot directly, but I advise you to watch these movies to form your own opinion if you don't want to be influenced by what I'm going to say. Why have I chosen these movies? Well, in one of my previous videos, one of the ideas I was developing was that relationships, as in boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband and wife relationships, shouldn't be based on a specific goal. In other words, the relationship should not be a means to an end, but the end in itself. A true love is a love without reason. But then, these movies are about people who fall in love with non-human entities, so in this way, they are practicing true love without any reason, so much so they don't expect anything in return. So what can we learn about relationships from these movies? Let's start with Her. Her is a 2013 movie directed by Spike Jonze, starring Joaquin Phoenix, Amy Adams, and Scarlett Johansson. Here's the short synopsis. A writer who writes letters for other people forms a relationship with an operating system called Samantha. Our protagonist Theodore, played by Joaquin Phoenix, falls in love with Samantha, the operating system voiced by Scarlett Johansson. Through their constant connection they have, as close to the heart it feels to him, Samantha was programmed for a specific purpose. He takes to heart his mistakes from his failed relationship with his ex-wife Catherine, played by Rooney Mara, in that he decides to share everything he feels with Samantha. But it's not the same when it comes to human relationships, where the stakes are real. You can rationalize any projections you make onto the non-human entity and not open yourself up to the world. I mean, we have heard of this phenomenon where men don't want to engage in one relationship when there are other countless options offered in the virtual world. When you ask most people why they want to be in a relationship, they will tell you that they want to be happy, they want to share their life with someone they love, etc. Even if sharing your life means sharing the positive and negative things, most people are scared to open themselves up to another person. We don't know what love is or why we love this person in particular, but we do. We don't know why we have this life, but it's the only life we have. The movie Her, for me, does not criticize the future or the technology standing between people. Technology is a tool. It becomes what you make of it. In this story, Samantha is programmed to be a sort of a bridge to the real human connection, not a replacement. Actually, she helps Theodore to gain hope to connect with Amy, played by Amy Adams. Another reason I wanted to make this video is to make people discover our next movie, Lars and the Real Girl. Lars and the Real Girl is a 2007 movie directed by Craig Gillespie, starring Ryan Gosling, Emily Mortimer, and Paul Schneider. Here's the synopsis. A young man starts a relationship with a life-size sex doll he bought on the internet. This movie is an adorable, hopeful movie about accepting people who are different and how the acceptance of a community can help someone. In this movie, Lars is scared of people. He says that the people's touch burns. This comes from his troubled childhood occupied by the loss of his mother and a depressed father. Watching his father made him avoid any other relationships which might hurt him. Talking about community, this is a rare movie that sheds a positive light on religion and its power to bring people together and give them values of hospitality, acceptance, and ultimately love. In one of my previous videos, I proposed the idea of smartphones being our imaginary friends. Lars building a relationship with Bianca the doll is reminiscent of children who build a friendship with their toys. They talk to them, they take them everywhere with them. Once again, this is a crucial step in opening up to future human relationships with family members and people in the world, and it is not a replacement for human relationships. Conclusion. We often get frozen when we are faced with these big concepts like love, art, life, and so on. Even though these concepts start in an abstract way, they should continue with conversations and ideally practice. We are programmed in a way by our past memories, but unlike artificial intelligence, we can evolve beyond and create new memories. The main point both movies have in common is loneliness and the refuge into a world of our own based on our previous experiences. So what do these movies say about relationships? Well, human relationships are as valuable as human lives. People say love is what makes us human, but there is more to that. For me, what makes us human are other humans who surround us. You have probably heard the sentence, be in touch with your feelings, but this also means, for me, being in touch with other people's feelings. Whatever we have invented to make our lives easier or to reduce our suffering, they are only the bridge to get to the other side, not the destination itself. I wanted to talk about these movies because as men we have been programmed that showing vulnerability is not masculine. But if you feel trapped psychologically, you can use tools such as technology to regain hope, but these tools are only the beginning, not the end. If you speak out, no matter who you are, the world will listen, and that's how you know who really loves you.